Have you ever stood at a fork in the road and felt the world hold its breath? One choice shifted everything, and you didn't know why. What if that moment wasn't chance, but a quiet hand guiding you towards something greater? Listen closely. I have been with you on that path. My child, when you look back on your life, you will see crossroads. Moments that felt ordinary, but carried the weight of destiny. You reached for one door and not the other. You let go of something small and gained something vast. I am the unseen presence in those silent choices. Today I will walk with you through one life's turning point to show how my hidden hand moves through your doubts, your fears, and your fragile hopes. Meet Sarah, a simple teacher from a coastal town. She loves small routines. Morning coffee on the balcony, the scribbled names on her students' papers, the church bell at dusk. Yet inside her chest there was a quiet ache, a longing for purpose that school, routine, and explanations could not fill. One morning she received a letter that asked her to choose the familiar life she knew or a new call to teach in a struggling village far inland. The choice seemed practical, even obvious, but something deeper stirred. Choices like this test more than plans. They test trust. Sarah's mind raced through pros and cons, but her heart listened for a different language. A whisper not loud but unmistakable. That whisper was my voice, slow and steady, asking her not only where she would go, but who she would become. Practical fears came first. Money, family expectations, safety. Friends advised caution. Colleagues suggested waiting. Each piece of advice was reasonable, but life's great crossings rarely follow the most reasonable map. Sarah found herself dreaming of faces she had never met, of small hands reaching for the chalk she might hold, of a sanctuary of laughter among scarcity. In the quiet hours she prayed, not for an answer she could analyze, but for courage to obey the call she felt. I do not force open doors. I place lights along the path and sometimes remove the comfortable fixtures so your eyes learn to see differently. When you are ready, even the smallest light will feel like the sun. I led Sarah not by miracles that flash and vanish, but by steady nudges. A friend's story, a memory of a childhood teacher's sacrifice, a rediscovered verse tucked inside a book. These were the fingerprints of my guidance. The day of the decision arrived. The letter's deadline, a worried phone call from her mother, a last-minute offer to stay with a promotion at the school. All collided like waves. Sarah stood at the bus station, ticket in one hand, a list of reasons to stay in the other. Tears came not from sorrow alone, but from the gravity of choosing to step out of comfort toward faith. She closed her eyes and listened. Then she chose the ticket. Surrender is not defeat. It is the bravest form of trust, to hand over the steering wheel and say, I will walk where you lead. Sarah's surrender changed the shape of her days. The road was not smooth. There were long nights, broken heaters, children who mistrusted strangers, and moments she questioned the decision. But inside the struggle, a quiet rhythm grew. Small victories, a child's laugh, a repaired roof paid by neighbors, a healed heart. Each was a signpost that the hidden hand was real. Months later, a storm hit the village. The school roof collapsed, children scattered. Sarah felt helpless, until neighbors gathered with tools, a distant charity delivered supplies, and a teacher from another town arrived unexpectedly to help rebuild. Why did help come? Because I had been at work long before the storm, weaving resources, moving hearts, arranging hands you would never see. The visible help came from people, but the pattern behind it was more than coincidence. It was a tapestry stitched by unseen care. Maybe you are not facing a dramatic letter or a collapsed roof. Your crossroads might look small, a conversation you fear, a quiet apology you owe, a regular Monday that demands you choose patience instead of rage. The hidden hand moves the same way. It will not teleport you to the finish line, but it will open doors, place faithful people before you, and give uncommon peace for ordinary steps. When doubt whispers that you are alone, remember, I walk beside the hesitant, I steady the fearful, and I tend what you plant with trembling hands. You are never outside my reach. Sometimes my presence comes as a stubborn hope that will not leave you, a dream that refuses to die, or a memory that wept. If you stand at your own crossroads today, Here are 3 simple ways to see the hidden hand more clearly. Slow down, quiet the rush, and listen. The voice of direction often arrives in silence. Look for patterns. Small, repeating nudges are often the map of guidance. Recurring themes, names, or doors that keep appearing. Move with modest faith. Take the next small step, not the giant leap you're afraid of. Small steps expose the next light. Sarah kept taking small steps. Over time, the students learned to trust her. The village repaired its school, and Sarah discovered a peace she'd never known. One evening, a former student, now a young adult, returned to thank her for believing when others doubted. The thank you was not an endpoint. It was the echo of a life changed. Sarah realized that the fork in the road had not been a gamble, but a calling answer. The hidden hand had been guiding her from the first hesitation to this quiet fruit. You are part of a story larger than you can see. The crossroads will come, and some choices will feel small, while others feel enormous. Walk them with courage. Notice the nudges. Choose love more often than fear. And when you look back, you will see how a quiet hand shaped more than your path. It shaped your soul. Go now with this truth. You are guided, you are known, and the hand that reaches for you is not distant. Trust the small lights, follow them kindly, and let your life be proof of a love that moves through unseen ways. If this message touched you, please like and subscribe to J.Chanel. Share this video to encourage someone standing at their crossroads.